exposed. Hustling, scrambling between Albany and Troy. I feel the pressure on you, can't help but be annoyed. Got him crying, laughing, time is passing like he the remote. Can he really feel the void? Feed him till he can't eat no more. Hit him like an asteroid, hardest for the corner store. Lyrics like a steroid, running through like Ronald hit the goal. Hit the corn and hit the dash and keep pouring that ether, boy. Take a trip in my mind and fade away. Through the rain, through the pain, I took a heart away. Take a trip in my mind, I fade away. Through the rain, through the pain, I found a better way. Travel the world, baby, I'm a journeyman. And cross seas, people don't know who I am. And just believe, close your eyes, I know I can. This is a Neverland, but I feel like Peter Pan. And travel the world, baby, I'm a journeyman. And cross seas, people don't know who I am. And just believe, close your eyes, I know I can. This is a Neverland, but I feel like Peter Pan. Out of my mind, I fade away. Get on my grind, I found a way. Fill up with pride, I walk away. Made on my mind, I'll be okay. Out of my mind, I fade away. Get on my grind, I found a way. Fill up with pride, I walk away. Made on my mind, I'll be okay. Sipping the Henny, I'm clearing my thoughts. Little they know I came as a boat. Repping the hood, but I'm bearing the cross. I love to been buried in the land of the lost. This is the mirror, I'm painting the walls. Brothers and sisters, kids, I was lost. Showing inside me, my city's at war. Little they know what we fighting for. Take a trip in my mind and fade away. Through the rain, through the pain, I took a heart away. Take a trip in my mind, I fade away. Through the rain, through the pain, I found a better way. Travel the world, baby, I'm a journeyman. And cross seas, people don't know who I am. And just believe, close your eyes, I know I can. This is a Neverland, but I feel like Peter Pan. And travel the world, baby, I'm a journeyman. And cross seas, people don't know who I am. And just believe, close your eyes, I know I can. This is a Neverland, but I feel like Peter Pan.
I'm a journeyman. Let's go. Just take a ride. We gonna get there.
What's motherfucking popping? We back in the building. Y'all already know what it is. All on the Table podcast coming at you live each and every motherfucking Thursday, talking our shit as I do so motherfucking well. I be your boy, RAWASAS. That's me. I'm just he. You know what I'm saying? Regular schmegular, talk my shit type of nigga. Tonight I got a special guest for y'all, but before we get into that, we're gonna introduce my special guest host. We got Spill in the building. What's up with you?
What's going on, baby? Spill in the building, spilling over games. We just holding it down, trying to hang out with you. Glad we got this going on today. Beautiful day today. All blessings.
You already know, man. The link up is always a good thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And we got for y'all today. Oh no, hell no, boy. Y'all done up and done it.
Doing it. Shout out, homie. What's going on? Spitter, yo. What's happening, guys?
One of the most classic songs you could ever fucking think of, man, when you think about hip-hop. We got Big V in the building. What's up with you?
Oh, man, just reality rapping still blowing good reefer. Post-COVID. Oh, man, moving and shaking, man, the second win.
That's what the fuck I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. So I like to ask everybody this same question anytime I start an interview, because a lot of motherfuckers don't know your name means everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
your name speaks volume for everything. So
yes,
I gotta know, man, because when I think of hip hop, one of the most iconic names that I think of is fucking Nappy Roots. Like y'all was doing that shit different. You know what I mean? Y'all was bringing a different flavor to the game, and like y'all just came in and hit hard. Like that shit was crazy. So first off, man, I want to know, how did y'all even come up with that name, Nappy Roots? Like, where did that even
come? My dog, Ron Clutch and Skinny, they was in college at this time. Clippers, you know how it go. Living on mama's money, black and grandson student loan. And Clip was broken like, damn, got some Nappy Roots. This shit won't part. A little deeper in the scalp, though. And it just kind of stuck. Nappy Roots, like from Kentucky, that was never hip hop before us. There was no radio station, urban, any kind. And the billion of it, man. Just reality rap is how we knew we get clean at Walmart. You know, we didn't grow up on labels. We didn't know nothing about long chains and Timbos and shorts until we got to New York doing Rap City. And I was like, whoa, you know, being the pioneers and when they, hi y'all, when you feel up, what's up, dog? And play with our lingo and dialect and to watch Outkast get booed for being the dopest. And I happen to be the son of a wino and a preacher. So the music was kind of, you know, and get with these college boys going out of town, we could really learn the ropes, you know. And so it was the sound of that. You know, my influences, Mahalia Jackson, Bobby Jones. Mama was an evangelist, you know, country girl in the hood where they don't know nothing but good liquor, good pussy, and the Lord. And so the music came together like it, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
that's
so
crazy.
yeah. So Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, you know, not the greatest basketball, but his boy went to Western Kentucky, Hilltop, you know, where I'm from, the college in my town. And they were burning our CDs and, you know, doing that. He took one to LA, put it on the A&R's disc, and voila. 98, we signed a record deal. Rest history. We toured with 8 Ball, MJG, Lil Jon, Trey Ghetto, Chillin' Spirit.
Did y'all coming from the like really the country,
Nowhere before Nelly split it, you know.
like real shit?
Nelly split it, we was next.
Did y'all think All Know was gonna take off the way it did though?
Fuck no, man. We worked that record when it wasn't no internet. Like me and you can do in 30 minutes. We had to go to Texas, meet Mean Green. And hell, he might be busy tonight. And, you know, and all those cities in between. And then we go to Virginia, and then where your record heats up at, where it catch up at. Then you out there. And being from Kentucky, we don't got no radio station. Word of mouth.
Oh shit! I didn't even know y'all ain't had no radio station out there.
No, we live outside Greater Nashville, Young Bucker. You know what I mean? 60 miles outside Nashville is Kentucky. And 20 years ago, man, wasn't no hip hop store. We wasn't into fashion, just great music. And we learned, man, on our hands. And ain't been no other platinum rappers since then from Kentucky until now. Now there's ESTG and Bryson Tiller and Jack Harlow winning all the awards. And like we realized our shit wasn't done in vain. You know, now, okay, Kentucky, they do music there. Still quite not a sound because everybody's in their own lane.
Yeah, when you say Kentucky, you don't really pick out a specific artist, so I can agree with that.
No, and it's, you know, we the filter. Kentucky's connected to West Virginia, Illinois, you know, Indiana, Tennessee, Ohio, all different. So cats that live in Lexington more Ohio kind of cat. Where we live, we more Tennessee, Cal and Perm, gold teeth, street boy, so to speak. Louisville, more Indiana kind of. First 48, cold-blooded, river. You dig it?
So let me ask you this: when y'all stepped on the scene, and you just brought up like, you know, Outkast getting booed and all that, so the South wasn't really moving
No.
when it came to that music shit. Like, how did that make y'all feel? Like, damn, like they booing these dudes, and we trying to get it popping. Like, how did y'all overcome that and really push that?
I think it's just as many a time, like the South ain't going nowhere. And Pimp C got out. And, you know, and then now you seeing Rick Ross and you seeing what Wayne was able to do with Drake and Nicki and and Baby, you know, and College Park, and all Southern Acts, Plies. Rick Ross playing New York now. Like, and to watch that as an old school Southern, like, oh man, imagine the Braves playing on a New York station. You dig it?
Facts.
You know, so it's like, wow, 20 years later, okay, there's no gray area. Good music is good music. So what greater time than come back after leaving the group, and I had to leave the group and raise my kids for 10 years. Single parent, whatever reason, who's right or who's wrong, it was just my turn to bet. And nothing like securing your future as a father. And in that process, you know, I got an All-American ball player, plays at Kentucky. I got an All-American girl that just signed with Northern, truck driver, school teacher. Betting pretty good. Ain't none of them in the can or dead, you know.
That's always a good thing.
So, yeah, and the OG, I'm Big Daddy now, you know. Some people call Poppy and Grandpappy, you know, Big Daddy. I like that name. And so rap is more mature now. So there's kid rap, there's reality, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's
now you can actually come out and spit like real shit. I was gonna say, like, when y'all came out, y'all was saying shit between y'all style and the way and what y'all was saying. Y'all kind of was like fucking the game up because wasn't nobody doing that at that time. So I think at that time it kind of y'all was like before y'all time almost. Like if you listen,
yes,
a lot of these dudes sound like y'all, but don't sound like y'all. You get what I'm saying?
Man, we created hip hop where regular folk could be the worst dressed at the Grammys. You know, I pulled up in a fur coat, fur hat, Kango, and a Carhartt coat, you know, and a thermal. Where I'm from, hell, if I can't get it done in that place, you know. Necklace was pretty, and or whatever. And this was like, okay, it was like watching Game of Thrones. I belong in the North. You know what I mean? You know, we're searching them. And I'm over where it's cold and we bitter.
No, I
And
figured
we dance mad. You know what I mean? Memphis, you know, Nashville, Tennessee, Kentucky, the bottom, you know, Southern. And it was just cool. And now, man, just to come back and to walk away from Nappy Roots. If you watch NWA, I was the Ice Cube of it, or Dr. Dre of it. If you watch Cadillac Records, I'm Muddy Water. They made a whole label off of my sound. And you look at the artists before I came out, and then look at the artists now. You know, while we were working together, I didn't know that Businessman was doing that to us. So shout out to Kanye. I'm still in your corner home. He used to open up for us, so no yay real well. Used to go to Grammy brunches. John Legend used to open up for him. And they wouldn't let him rap at Def Jam, so he came to Atlantic. So producing albums and producing Nabaruchu Chess Records. You dig it?
Facts.
How was that working with like Kanye and them producing some of them tracks that he did for you guys? Like what kind of vibe was that in the studio? Or were you guys in the studio together? Because I seen you had a lot of different collaborations and everything coming up. So I just kind of wonder how that experience.
Second album, man, we totally recorded in LA. He took us right out of the country, flew us to LA. Now we blowing reefer, going to Venice Beach. We working with every producer in the damn, you know, we got David Banner, Raphael Sadiq on call. And there's Little John flying in LA. And, you know, we got $4 million, but we can do what we want to do. And Kanye, and you just watching it. And you listening to these cats' music before us. Trick was at that, bitch, you don't know now, nigga. That bitch places I be in for fun, you know what I mean? Like, and then, you know, when you meet his A&R, and shout out to Trick, he's a goddamn dog. Nothing with Trick, but you meet Chess, records, and I don't know what this world's going. You know what I mean?
I
Oh no,
personally,
hell no, country boys is on
I
the
personally
ride. You
one
know
of
what I
the
mean?
most underrated artists ever, in my personal opinion.
Yeah. So
Lyrically was crazy, but people slept on that dude.
back, man, Daddy Dollars is for real pimping, man. I love what he do, and to grow up with an A&R to put guitars in his life, and to see Nappy Roots and him put that into his artist, like we seen before we got there, what his artists sound like. And then before you know it, they make a mock version of you. And then,
Oh shit, I ain't think about it like that.
ooh, then you muddy waters. Not bitter, just aware. So I left the scene, raised kids, got in the cannabis industry, and created a QR code. So when Napster came out, Nappy Roots got downloaded 11 million times. It downloaded illegally.
Mm.
So we short $80 million. You lose your record deal. There's, and then especially when you done fed one for the masters, easy. You dig it? You watch it though, you ain't. We'll,
Yeah.
we'll
I feel
sign
like
you. We'll sign you back again. See,
I
10
feel like
years.
if y'all would have came out in this era right here, sky's the fucking limits, man. Because
Well,
y'all doing everything that they doing right now, like y'all really birthed a lot of these motherfuckers.
okay, and me and you know that, and the smokers know that. So now we're gonna settle the dub at a time. Now I created a QR code, and the QA code you scan with your phone. I put it on this reefer, this gummy bear, this mushroom, and I come to your city, and we do it like that. And it's like Michael Vick when he went to jail. I still haven't had my Monday night, and it's like, oh, what? I heard Nappy Roots, but just think if they'd have branded us individually. Skinny them a nappy, and you heard what they do. What about working class when you put A1 sauce on the steak? Because you just like A1 sauce. You don't want to disrespect the cook. You just pour. And that's the way y'all always hate it. You dig it. I didn't know
Yeah.
if you put sauce on the steak, it ain't no good. You tell him to cook, fuck you. And he ran out there on me when I started eating in places I'd never been. And rap took me to that. And to like, okay, now I can hit you with game. And we don't want to hear no kitten rap to a cat. So we revert back to old school when rap was rap. But I think rap's gotten so good and long and lasting. We need categories, don't you?
Facts. No, I
You
really
know,
do. Nowadays,
like contemporary rap, kid rap, folklore rap, reality rap, this rap, that rap, movie rap, nonfiction rap, jail time rap.
yeah. I mean, hip hop then went to so many different directions. It's not
Yeah,
plain
it is
anymore. So
really
I
a
definitely
thing now. So I think we got to classify it. Question to you: if basketball
Mhm.
was rap, who is 50 Cent?
If basketball was rap, who was 50 Cent?
Would he
Damn.
be Shaquille O'Neal, the most dominant we've ever seen?
No, I say he Russell Westbrook.
What?
The reason I say
Explain.
that is because Russell Westbrook is a fucking beast.
Yes,
But
sir.
as soon as he slipped off slightly, everybody looked at him like he wasn't shit. And
Huh.
Eminem, 50 Cent was a fucking problem when it came to music.
Yes, Lord.
As soon as he put out one album that people didn't feel was as great as his last album, then it was like, oh, 50 ain't the same no more. 50 fell off. But 50 still going hard and giving
Yes,
you
Lord.
hot
I still
shit.
ride Hummer because of that boy. I
50
was on
still
top
giving
when
you
that boy
bangers that
came
people don't
through, and
mind
I
paying
felt
attention.
it.
Yeah.
You
So
know what I'm talking with.
I definitely would say that he's Russell Westbrook all day.
Russell Westbrook. So
Yeah.
what would you regard my Lord, my Southern King, Scarface?
Oh, Scarface is Jordan. Fuck you talking about?
It's MJ.
That's MJ off the
Man, I imitated his "Come Fly With Me" my whole life. And I think I became Kobe Bryant within the mix. But that dude is just like, whoa. He a
Face is
country. He a
Face is
country
the goat,
boy.
man.
You know what I mean?
Face is the first. Face was the first artist that I couldn't tell he was from the South.
Yes, Lord.
You don't know where's Face from. All you know is Face giving you fire every time he touch a mic. That's all
You
you know.
realize, man, I've been in this game 25 years and we haven't shook hands yet.
Oh shit. Hey,
Like,
Face,
man,
we need to make that happen, son.
Dying Wish, MJ, Kobe,
I hear
6
that.
songs, the EP. I
That
like
shit,
to know
man.
the greatest I've ever seen.
I hear that. Let me ask
You
you
know
this.
what I mean?
Can you remember the first tour you ever did, whether it was big or small? The first tour you ever did, like how was that experience? Coming from where you coming from, where it's nothing, and now
I
you
watched 8 Ball MJG, Pimp Hard, Pimp Hard, Pimp Hard. You know, I was in South Carolina the first day I seen Young Blood, Jim Crow, the Attic Crew. I know you waiting for daddy. It won't be long, shouting vacation because I'm coming to you. Riding dirty on 85, slow taking it easy. I don't want nothing to keep me from you. You had to be in Atlanta. And man, I was in Gulf, you know, and we opening up for these guys and we learning. And they from two popping cities. And we kind of wood and fire kind of rappers with our voices and our lyrics. These folks had moves and they were, you know what I mean? I was like, okay, that's what the city looked like. And I was like, that's cool. But us, we like to be in the Chevrolet with our mind right. Something twisted, heavy Chevy, going somewhere and just left the Sonic high as hell. You know what I mean? Feeling the way we want to. Judgment on the front seat. You know what I mean? Destiny in your pocket. You feel me? And I was like, they danced and it was cool. But in Kentucky, we just wanted it real and authentic, and that's what Naparoo stood for, and that's what. And those boys moved to Atlanta, and I'm small town, man. I'm Kentucky forever. I want to see it and point right to it. I want to go to it. I don't mind 6 exit in my town. I don't mind being the big fit. So yeah, I'm back representing small town music.
I hear that. So you said you and the team, y'all ain't together no more. Like, are y'all at least still good, or like how does
10
that work?
years. 10 years we hadn't been in the same room.
Damn.
It's a publishing ordeal. There's some things I don't understand, and there was a gray area. And I only know how to deal with it one way. And we both kings. I know this man's kids, you know, mother. You know what I mean? It's like David of the Temptations. We ate there. Why? Explain. And then if you watch NWA, that Skinny and there's Jerry Heller or Easy Heller, Mike Kearns, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it's like, man, I don't understand. I had defense for everything. 25 years on the road, no drama, no rape, no nothing. You know, I didn't have no defense for this. And then, you know, you go home to a man living in your house and you're like, homeboy, I need some money. I got to start all over. I've been having my money from my house. You dig? And it's like, okay, yeah, I need to do this. I got to, you know, and then I'm like, ah, man, what do I do from here? Am I big red? Do I hang you off a window?
No, I hear you on that.
yeah. So
Nah.
Definitely.
y'all was tight, man. Y'all was tight. Like that shit don't go nowhere. It is what it is. So let me ask you this. I know you talked about, you know, the college and all that type of stuff. Like, how did y'all actually become a group? Like, what brought y'all together? Do
Like I
y'all go
had
back to the sandbox, or like how does that work?
no, they in my town. All these guys go to college in Bowling Green, Kentucky, Western Kentucky. I had a childhood friend that I played football with in high school. He go to Western. He was like V boys are serious. They do music every day. They leave in town. I had filled out of college, had a kid, come back home, and now I'm on the slab. I'm on the corner. I got a job. I just got hit by a tow motor, knocked my side nerve out of my back, and shot at my foot. So now I'm a dope boy. Then a fool that left college dropout, small town. So these boys is rapping and they doing this. So my homeboy was like, let's go to the house party. And they rap and do their thing. So after I rap, they welcomed me in. And it was like, we're going to have this thing called Nappy Roots. And so it formed in my town. Before then, locals, college boys, they didn't mix. Now we click and it's going down and it's happening. It's a happening scene. And I'm like, these are black men, man. Slow up on the just animosity. And we just started to make music and make sense and make peace and recorded our thoughts. And then there was a superstar on campus that was from California named Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Jr. And he happened to have one of our CDs, went back home, gave it to an A&R at Atlantic Records, a white boy named Mike Curran, which is the VP of Atlantic and big shit going on. And man, he took a chance. We got a developmental deal. You give Country Boy nothing, he gonna make it look good.
Thanks.
And so we toured and got good, worked at our crowd. You give us 300,000, that's pounds in the street. Chevrolets are bopping, and we had our own like mom and pop store. Sold incense, CDs of a sort, T-shirts. We hustling now, 1 for 2. And so now it's Too Short. Master P is out. We just watching and looking. So we jumped on the cross, sold a record deal with Atlantic, first strike platinum. Oh no, hell no, boy. And man,
How did that feel? Your first fucking song coming from nowhere goes platinum.
I come from winos and gospel people. You hear that? Oh, and help me, Lord. And it's organic. It's one time, And then Nelly had just introduced you to country grammar. And that's Moses for us. And he don't get his credit. And I never done a record with him. We ain't never been in the same room. And it's like they kept us away from each other. And I don't know who's they or is it us? But hey, now what's up? I'm you, him, and I'm him. Let's king up. Let's do it, Cornelius. So we split the sea. Atlantic get on the next plane, come to Kentucky. We ain't had no A&R. We didn't have a 50 Cent. I never been in a room with a Dr. Dre.
Right.
So coach used to say, if you can play, they'll find you. And so it was like that then. And to drop that, and then Ludacris, the next 6 months, we dropped Watermelon Chicken and Grits. He come out with Chicken and Beer. That were Bubba Sparks. And before you know it, there we are. The whole world's country. And then Jeezy and 50 dropped, I'm a real nigga, and I don't like rappers.
No, y'all definitely came out of time where the South definitely was taking over.
Yeah.
And y'all came in like with a hangmaker. Like y'all ain't just coming swinging. Y'all came in with a hangmaker. Like that shit was bananas right there.
Yes, Lord. And we were country and getting robbed like everybody else, TLC or whatever. We became popular. And then I realized they feared one and did this. So I played possum. Drop Good Day, and it was like, my purse ain't changing. Something wrong. Somebody's standing on the court, So I just was like,
that's actually still my shit to this day too. Good Day, that's my shit right there. But
yeah, man, Come on, man, that's barbecue music. When
Yeah,
grandma and them around, I was
facts.
raised like that, you know. That, hey, put that reefer up. She's going down some minute, you know, or whatever. And, you know, so yeah, I'm back with that music. And we never got the brand individually. We had some great days as Nappy Roots. This is not, you know, I ain't bashing, you know. I just think that it was, you know, it was a business that,
I mean, y'all helped a lot of artists too come up too, like Anthony Hamilton, Jazzy Faye, Trey Songz. You know what I mean? At the early
oh,
stages of their career, you know what I mean. You guys did amazing things for them. So it's
oh man,
it
still on the phone with
how much
Anthony today. Did the verses for our birthday. He was out there with Music Soul Child. Valentine's Day was the Ciroc thing. He was like, "Hey man, it's Valentine's Day, man. It's doing a versus Music Soul Child," and I'm a fan of music, so it was
yeah.
good for Neo Soul to see them two boys lock up in L.A. and drink and play good music all night long. Blow Reef off the balcony with
That
Raheem
definitely was one of the best
Devine,
releases so far. I agree with that one. And you know,
Donnell
I'm
Jones.
from Philly, so seeing my man music up there doing his thing was a great
Wasn't
thing.
that dope, man? And I was like, these boys is stars. I was mad because I didn't get music number. I want to do a record with, you know, it just,
Yeah,
I can't imagine Philly and Kentucky because we represent the same shit. You know,
Facts.
we just got a college and y'all got a big city. And, you know, it's just like, wow, nigga, like, what up with you and Beans? I said, we used to fuck around state property, but both of us wasn't free men, so we couldn't talk like free men did at that time. I would love to run it back with Nappy Root State property. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm
that
gonna be
was,
honest. As soon as you said that in my mind, I'm like, damn, you and Beans on a song probably would have been bananas.
man, and to run it back today, because dude got that feeling, you know what I mean? I met him on the Sprite Liquid Mix tour. Um, him, Baby Boy, say, but we were fans or whatever. They had Armadale Vodka, we had Jack Daniel. So it was two different vibes, but it was like, all right. And
the
so it
mixture
is
would have been
cool.
crazy.
Real cool.
Yeah. Go ahead, brother.
So I wanna say a song title, right? And I want you to tell me the inspiration that you got that made this song. Because I actually sat back and re-listened to some shit, and I just was like, damn, like this shit was taking me back. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
Lord.
So I
Yes,
want to know
Lord.
where your brain was at when you was writing, or when y'all was writing, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So first off, I want to go with "Life's a Bitch." Like, where was your brain at when y'all wrote that?
Um, by that time I had buried two homeboys. You know, when you're in high school or right after, them the cats you would give a kidney for. You think y'all be friends forever before you figure out you didn't fuck your girlfriend. Um, you know, life's a bitch. You take your chances. Too many questions and not enough answers. It was therapy, you know. It was like, all right, man, I don't put 3 pounds out there. You don't fucked up a quarter pound. Life's, you know what I mean? When you find
Yeah.
out who be on the road, oh man, he's sneaking your back door, cat. The hole you got ain't worth a fuck. You know, whatever. You know, when you really in the trenches and it's really now you're on the road and it's hometown love or hate, how you see it. And that was the inspiration then, man. It was just, wow, this shit ain't making sense. We were just listening to you lie, nigga. And you
Facts.
done that shit to the boy. All cause this shit on TV.
Facts.
And
So
you're in a small town, you know?
knowing that they was out of towners and you was the Kentucky boy yourself, I really want to know Kentucky Mud. How did y'all come up with that?
It was your funniest day when it rained and you didn't have a ride. You probably got jammed in it. First time you smelled them shoes squish. and to realize they're gonna be funkier than a Parliament tape for the rest of your life. And it was like Kentucky, might well have a good damn time and that you out here now. So it was just fun and nobody's coming to help you. It's like a football player. You better live for the next down. They just scored. And so it was just, like, all right, fun, even though it's just fucked up. Find out that Wayne them got a better deal and niggas from New York and Cameron them got deals that make sense. And you is, Kentucky, but we'll get out of this in a minute. Might as well have fun with you. And that's what that was about, the last hoorah.
You feel like y'all got a raw deal because y'all was from the South, or y'all just
Fuck
didn't push
slow.
Say again?
Silly. No exposure.
Mm.
It was 25 years before you've heard of Bryson Tiller or anybody, ESTG or Jack Harlow. It's been 25 years. And so, where in New York, Cameron didn't walk out of a goddamn Koch meeting and go over to Virgin and do a deal at Def Jam. Oh, they know Jay-Z. There's Busta Rhymes in the city. Meanwhile, blah, blah, blah. In Kentucky, they shoot bombs and sell dope. You know what I mean? In any country town. So it's not a record deal going on, really. And then after Napster come out, made it ridiculous. And then after you make it, they don't buy your records no more where you from. They mad at you. He don't eat rallies no more. He could have spoke to us. He could have, you know what I mean? Sat by you at your kids' game. When your next record coming out? It's been so long. Well, bitch, I'm in the jukebox. Is that enough? Shit, you making more of my life than me. Fucking feel like Tom Brady. I'm just
It's
playing
funny.
ball.
You just said
long motherfucking time.
You just said when you make it, motherfuckers in your hometown don't buy your shit no more. It's funny because I talk to a lot of artists and they complain about how everybody around them don't fuck with them, they don't follow their music, they ain't playing their shit and all that. But you saying even when you make it, motherfuckers fuck with you, but now you make it and ain't nobody fucking with you no more.
No, they don't want to see you in that Hummer. Fuck that shit. Who are you to make it and have life better? You don't go to work like us every day. We ain't gonna fuck with you. I used to kick your ass in 8th grade. And they'll remember the time you lost and not that you winning. And they'll know who fucking your girlfriend and tell everybody but you. And they'll know, just small town blues. And they hate to see you win. Let your kids be good and ball. They want both of y'all shot. So I'm from a small town. I don't run from that. I'm cool. I know the Lord, and you will too if you bullshit me. And it's like, I'm country. I don't know nothing else. Cool for Atlanta. Big ups to LA. Been to Chicago. But me, man, I like it simple, man. For me, Minute Mart days, pizza, blowing reefer, make my money, live in some good days. If she's white, she ain't kin to me. Kentucky. You dig it? I'm
with you.
I ain't bullshitting at all, man. Boats, jet skis, slow living, man. As long as I can see $300, $400, 300 days a year. Life's sweet, no matter how it goes. Mama's alive, brother and sister. Hell no. Jesus had other brothers and sisters. They don't mention them. Just him and Mary. I tell them that's enough. And, life's pretty sweet as a country boy when you're doing what you wanted to do.
One of my favorite songs all time is Po Folks. So I'm assuming that was like the motto for y'all right there. Like that had to be one of the joints where y'all was like, this right here is gonna be it.
That's the motto for me in a way. My mother twisted tobacco. My daddy was a garbage man. I learned life from ass to appetite. From you don't know about it, man. Rip open this garbage can. You know, where I'm from. Get a trash bag, would you? Like, I had to open that. Oh, he smoked weed. Kid in the house. Like gummy bears. He's on insulin. You know, I mean, you know, or whatever you're gonna do in the country. You know, we slow. We ain't got nothing to do. And so, you know, I learned life like that. And po folks, man, I sung that the first 500,000 copies before they put Anthony Hamilton on it. And I met him at the video show. What'd you think, B? What do you think about me on your song? I ain't like the shit, person. That's what I told him. But I loved it. And we became lifelong friends. And, you know, as my duty put me through Harlem, we went out there and seen Maria Davis and all that old shit out there in New York City. Few barrels, eating pizza and shit. Said, yeah, I'm going home. You know what I mean? I'm going back to the country.
Yeah, enough of
And
that.
yeah. And so, you know, it was just magic at that time. And you know, where we from, if it ain't got pawn shop value, we don't know nothing about it much. So that Benz is pretty, but give me a pickup truck, you know. Dually, pit bull in it, you know, shit like that. So
No,
poor folks set it off, man. It was a Grammy record win against Nelly and Kelly. And of course, yeah, you ain't gonna beat Destiny's Child and Nelly. But to
How did
be
that feel like when you guys were just nominated for the Grammy and everything? Like, what was going through y'all head like at that time? Because I
you
know that that's
somebody,
a huge
you
milestone.
register, you made, uh, being in the jukebox at Waffle House, you know, the value of that, to listen to Michael Jackson and Prince and want to chase that spot, or to realize you made a classic music in time, and where you from liquor stores, a pawn shop, and 4 high schools, man, that's really something, you know.
Yeah,
And to meet Soul Train dancers and shit, you know how your mother used to clean up the house and watch Soul Train on Saturdays, and to
yeah.
get one of them to ride it like you wanted, you know. Like, you know, as a country boy, you know, the shit you could talk at the family reunion, you know, the shit like that. It
right.
meant everything to us, you know, and to do those things as a man, that, shit, you did.
I mean, I could
Yeah.
coming from nothing and going to the Grammys, like that got to be like, you know what I'm saying?
Uh,
That's a life highlight right there.
yeah. And then to come back to the house with that kind of hustle, with all you see, you already know. So I got into the cannabis industry.
Okay.
And we have 11 million people that know us. So I created a QR code and QA code. People don't buy music no more, but they want reefer and they want gummy bears. So you scan my QR code, you get the music, a vape pen, $30 a song, or whatever we're gonna do. But you wanted what was.
Right.
Facts.
So
Facts.
now I just,
We gotta get that out there for the people, man. They
yeah,
need that
top
big.
of the South if you online. Um, and I got good barbecue music. 11 done got too late. I like a daytime party, you know? Around happy hour. I want my shoes off by 8, you know?
I
You know,
feel you.
but I'm 40, man. I ain't got no time for no bullshit. If it don't make no money, I'll make nobody happy, go to hell. And that's my slogan. And that's just where we at right now. And then, you know, so we vape penning or whatever you're gonna do and put the music on there and you scan with your phone. I got the 5 mic mixtape that's gonna drop Thanksgiving night, Black Friday for buyers. And it's 13 songs of the shit you used to mow grass for if you my age. Back when we would buy Heavy D or Big Daddy Kane, I mowed 3 yards to buy the gas
You
and
said
get
the
out there.
shit you mow your grass to. What? That's that motivation music right there.
What? You see what I'm saying? So cat making that kind of shit. You know, every bar is shifted. And like, yeah. put this in a hater's face and your friends, and nobody can lie. And it's straight business. If you're looking for a nice 8-bit for 3.5, it's 40 bucks here. And these are the best strands. So we dropping like that. And
any features on the project, or it's all you?
got Urban Mystic from Fort Lauderdale. You know, my guy that sings, "Where were you when you first heard Big and Pac?" You remember that?
Yep.
Where were you? He sounds like Casey Haley, Anthony Hamilton in one. So we working on this thing. We did a single called "All Eyes on Me," and people that play King James, you know, can't have one woman, got to have three. One woman just to hold me down. One woman just to lift me up. And I got to at least have one woman on the side that really don't give a fuck. You know, that kind of music, you know, dog liquor. You know, that's what we represent. And that's what we doing, man. All eyes on me. And he sings on that single for me. And we got another record called All Night Long Ain't Long Enough. You know when you're 46 and you done got the babysitter and the spa and all that shit together, but y'all both work Friday. About all you could get out was that meal, and y'all had a night of intimacy. It wasn't that back rubs you promised. So all night long ain't long enough, you know. So
okay, I'm looking forward to that one.
Yes, Lord. So it's a video, man. We had it planned, you know, bake a cake with her. You know, you really gonna get down. You had your blue pill set up and your movie thing and all that old shit you were finna do to her. And you realize you 46 and been to work today, and y'all ain't to the real plate. Yeah.
Shit. I feel you. Let's get into the tree, man. You got your own strain. You got a few strains.
Man, we working on watermelon, chicken, and grits.
What?
Watermelon, chicken, and grits. Now imagine what that's gonna taste like. It's a sativa.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we're just gonna do that table for one. I want to remind you of what it was.
So that's all gonna be all in one bud? Is that what you're saying? Watermelon, chicken,
and it's fire truck red, green stem. You scan with your phone for a dub. You can potentially get $250 an album for this one. An ounce of juice or whatever y'all say where you at. You know, so that's what we doing, man. We come into the legal stage. And now it's like, let's meet and greet. I don't want to holler a bunch of lyrics and shit to you. Let's smoke and listen to it. And think of Diana Ross and Erykah Badu and Brother Scarface and how Ice Cube's album was when he left NWA. This working class, and we gonna hit you with that vibe, that feeling. I want you to go home and be safe. I'm rapping for cats that got grandkids that grew up in church and still like NWA and Pac and Biggie, and you would mow grass to get it. This that kind of music. If Pimp C was still alive and Aretha Franklin could meet, what would that sound like? Or if Dr. Dre met the Eurythmics and had the game right there and asked, "Can blood date Crip?" And how would that sound on beat?
Motherfuckers deep in their bag, huh?
With Snoop Dogg in the game right there. How would that sound if your daughter was say the game and your son would say, "Snoop, can blood date Crip?" And how would it sound? And, you know, me standing there on that hook and Dr. Dre on that thunder. You know what I mean?
Right.
And how would that? You ever thought about concept like that when you rap, when you hear music? What's next? What will we hear?
No, that's real shit, man. I'm always thinking about what's going to be next. How should it sound? What it's going to sound like? Where is it going? Because
it's weed and
hip-hop went so many different ways, man. It's like it just don't stop, and it's everywhere now. It's the
Yes,
biggest
Lord.
genre of music now, and people don't even understand that.
Yeah. So man, being in movies and films, and you be in people's role, and you watch what they're doing, and you're like, damn, I want to write this one. I want to write. What about this question? What about that? So it's just time to put V with the money. I got a bag of tricks. I've been in the project floor for 10 years and wrote my manual of my life, the biography, and how to get out of the projects as a black man that's been raised by a woman, where we can't be so egotistical to where we fire before we understand. Don't be scared of an ass whooping. You know what falling down feel like.
These motherfuckers scared of that nowadays.
Oh no, man. If I'm wrong, kick my ass. Now enough, gone. And I got a 45 on me. And I'll take that whooping. You feel me? Long as you ain't trying to rob or do no stupid shit. I'm country, man. I know we'll talk about this shit next week. You know what I mean?
Facts.
I
Have a
know you
great
see
talk.
my name in your lady's phone on the
Yeah.
grill.
Have a
I'll
great
take that ass whooping.
and
But
chalk that shit the fuck up.
yeah, shit. Now I might whoop you too now. But yeah. But you feel me though, man. You
No, I'm
ain't
with
trying
you.
to take my life. Fuck that shit. I ain't scared of no ass whooping.
Can't be, man. I mean, let me ask you this, right? Because I'm thinking to myself, man, I'm looking at when y'all dropped and how hard y'all dropped, right? The impact that y'all put on the game. If you could say any artist right now that came close or you feel is close to what y'all was doing, who would that be?
Anything but that. Um, like I said, man, it was different. It was country. I like the shit Devin the Dude does as well as
No,
Clip.
I'm talking about like the artist right now. Like who would you say right now?
Kendrick Lamar.
Oh wait.
He's fresh like that. Like pool full of liquor and dive and
You
bitch
really
don't
just
kill
fucked
my
my head up.
vibe.
You really just fucked my head up because now I'm thinking about Kendrick and I'm like, oh shit.
He that, man. He that. He remind me of LeBron James. He could play with Karl Malone and these niggas tonight. You know what I mean? He that. Like he got concepts.
No, he do.
Smoking and drinking with you.
And
Like
he
he
talk about a little bit of
been.
everything, man. And he giving
Yeah.
it from a real motherfucker's perspective.
Yes, Lord. I like what he do. And not because he's popular. Cause he do that. And I like what Black Thought do. It's been arguments in my car. Like, who the best MC? Black Thought breathe better than you, V. And I'd be like, whoa, his delivery is mean. And he's a great MC. Well, what about V concept? His thought of reality. Like Erica Badu, Anthony Hamilton. But to actually versus, to see Black Thought breathe, and then V's John Henry, the man against the machine. You
Mm-hmm.
know, what would we see? And like, so I think the Roots, I think Kendrick Lamar, I think the game has a look that I have of interest in his music is that. I love what 50 Cent done. Um, and Ross, he's poised. I'm pickup truck. He's Maybach. And and I take my hat out when we mention DMX. You know, the energy machine. Busta Rhymes, DMX. And 8 Ball is my favorite MC that ever touched.
Mm. Let's
You know,
let's talk about new hip hop nowadays. Let's get into that a little bit, right? How do you feel about the new age of hip hop? Like, cause it's all over
different.
the place.
It's
Some
no
of
feelings.
it
It's
ain't
hard.
everywhere.
It's straightforward. They don't know nothing about asking grandma. They Googled it. They have their own answer. These are the people who grew up and their daddy and mama was on meth. And they was in granny's room and they grew up without an ass whooping. They grew up stating their facts on Facebook. They went to Girls and Boys Club. They rode bikes with helmets. These are our children. These are the people that we gave what we never had, and we didn't teach what we never knew. So
Fire.
these are our children. They walk around talking about the ops. Say, y'all just arguing, motherfucker. Y'all ain't into it. Ain't much different than you and the next cat. What do y'all eat? Shogun Express? Both of y'all listening to somebody you ain't. Dressed off of your mama's budget. Ain't much different between you. You know, so I think music is now what our children are. Giving every fucking thing. And I'm responsible for the weak ass shit myself. Realizing that you ain't shit till you fell off granny's high bed, or at least fought the chicken pox and not scratched for 2 weeks. We gonna know, you know, who you are, you know. And I just think that music is more lucrative than it's ever been. I think these guys are more businessmen than we are. They the LeBrons of it. Like me and you come from Michael Jordan, Allen Iverson. Okay, I did the tattoos, but fuck it. Now y'all can. But they didn't like me, but here, it's natural now. You can do that. And Michael Jordan, he was a man's man. It's like listening to Nas or Jelly Beans Brad's boy, Shaquille O'Neal. Now, shit, Kyrie Irving. If he don't like it, fuck it. You know what I mean? These cats got contract control.
Being though you just mentioned Nas, let me ask you this, right? Because right now, apparently 21 Savage is really big in media because he said that he felt like 21 Savage. He feels like Nas is irrelevant.
Who said
Nas,
that?
21 Savage.
I don't know about no argument. I don't want no bullshit.
No.
Nas to me is Hennessy. And that's what that is for anybody talking any damn thing. Hennessy, Nas, period. It don't change. At every wedding, on every black man's show, on every Cadillac's rider. I don't know nothing about nothing else, and I ain't shooting no pee to no damn body else. But when you think of Nas Escobar, Hennessy, period.
Facts.
To a black man.
Facts.
Is that
Big
enough?
facts.
No, that's enough.
That's real shit. Nas has never put out a dud. You can say what you want, but Nas is always consistent. He's
a man's man. He's a rapper's rapper.
He's a grown ass man that's giving you grown man bars.
Oh yes, sir. For 25 calendars now. Take your hat off.
Right.
If you get to live in this bullshit that the young boys is doing to each other, take your hat off. You know what I mean? 21, I got a son your age. And I know what y'all boys feel and think. That was then, this is now. I get this. But Nas is classic, sir. And
yes,
much
sir.
love to what you're repping. And both of them are black kings. So I won't go hard on either side. I know what Nas mean to me. And I know what this young man is coming. As long as he live, we'll see his greater day. But Nas is 25 calendars.
Facts.
Not
too many artists get to say that.
All record deals fulfilled. And he's from New York. Grant you that. He's from showbiz. But this dude he's a deep poet. And I've never met the man and shook his hand. I've seen him, Puerto Rico Islands, you know, where the big artist is at. And they play our music together on Pandora. Nappy Roots, Nas, Outkast, Biggie, Jay-Z. And I'm thankful for that. And but Nas Escobar, 5-star general.
No, that's real shit, man. I respect that. I respect that 100%. Like honestly, when I seen this shit, it was like really like, come on, that's Nas, bro. Like,
You bullshitting,
like
boy.
Nas, like,
Come with man. You bullshitting.
yeah,
Yeah, collar it dog. You know, that's my thoughts. Boy, you bullshitting.
yeah. I think
Relevant.
a lot of the newer artists, like back in the day, the artists paid homage to the artists before them. Now it's like the artist now is just like, man, fuck everybody before me. They irrelevant. They
No,
ain't shit.
sir.
'Cause I'm
I
popping
was
now.
in Queens with Big Daddy Kane at the Tabernacle the night Jam Master Jay was slain in their studio. And I was finna go on. I'm sitting there with Big Daddy Kane. I've slashed my eyebrows in 8th grade. And I said, Mr. Kane, can I drink Hennessy with you? And I'm headlining. Nabby Roots headlining. Big Daddy Kane. Digital Underground. We hip hopping tonight. And Jam Master Jay was slain. And I said, I don't know how much you got to drink there, but we got plenty, brother. I'm Southern. And we got ribs and collard greens, from Virgil's. And shit, we in there eating right, We in Hill's Kitchen. And I said, Mr. Kane, we cut our eyebrows just like you when we were kids. And nobody will ever believe me where I'm from. Can we just vibe, smoke some reefer, drink, and do some country shit? And just be on as y'all motherfuckers say out here. And we sat down. And he was telling us about his phone call about Jam Master Jay was just shot. So when you talk about the OG and Nas and 21 Savage, you see where I try to handle it with delicate praying hands. Because I know the power of black men and all that's going on in hip hop. But these two people are the beginning and now. He don't understand the beginning, but he will later if he lives. So
Facts.
God gonna do what he do.
Speaking of being a headliner, how did it feel coming from the South, coming from fucking Kentucky, no radio station, we just in the fucking mud. How did it feel coming from opening up to being the fucking headliner? Like, how did that feel? Like,
You remember when you watched Color Purple as a kid?
you motherfucking right. I ain't had no choice.
You remember when they was in the juke joint and Suge moved everybody out of the way and said, this is from Miss Celia. She licked out her tongue.
Uh-huh.
It felt like it. Watch this, bitch. Because we went in Atlantic low and we watched Philly's Most and Twister and Little Kim and Big Pun and Fat Joe and Big Daddy, and you watch, the green light on them boys. And then Bruce paid the bills this month. Yeah, bitch. When they go in there and talk your shit, we in MTV now. We can blow reef in there. You ass, we ain't. Vito, y'all can't smoke in there. Go to hell. Or whatever. We, to become the big puppet and sat down with other great artists and be like, is this what it is now? Just a bigger check? Yeah, about it. A little more freedom. Okay, and then they get to go upstairs in the wooden office now. You know what I mean? Not the downstairs where all the teams work. You go upstairs and get the pat big ass. I want to do this when the publishing come out. And to go from who that to damn. Man, it feel like a blur, man. And then for him to be playing your music on Walmart today and on McDonald's, you hear Good Day. And your kids look at you and catch you in the school with like, nigga, damn. And still riding the Hummer, still smoking reefer, and doing what you want to do in your town and not running from, like most cats do. I'm going to move to some city with them. Hell no. I'm right here. Country to the end. Bacon and eggs, good jelly, toast. And keep it light like that. Like it's a dream, man. It's a book. I still ain't woke up yet, man.
I hear
Still
that
ain't
shit. It's
woke.
almost impossible to wake up from that. Like again, you ain't even have
No,
a radio station to I'm
no,
over the radio stations everywhere around the country, not just here. I'm around the country blasting, and I came from a place where I couldn't even hear myself on the radio and sit in my own goddamn house.
no, hell no. You better sit in the car so you can twist the antenna. Maybe reach Nashville tonight. Everybody done cut off their phone. You know what I mean? Like that. It was slow mo, very slow mo. And to go there and then realize they got a camera and more opportunity, geographically handicapped. But to do your best show in front of everybody and everybody remember when they ran into you and reality rap. And the second album, they downloaded this and we done 5 albums and all of them marvelous in their work. And the last album to get to work with Organized Noise, the whole album, Rico Wade. And also I learned how to produce. And those were our last days. Rico realized, he said, V, I've been waiting to meet you. All this shit, your sound, look here. And, we was talking. I was like, shit, I ain't in that revolution no more. Man, it don't make sense for me as a man. And people had, so he woke me up and realized it's like this, man. So I was like, I ain't no kid no more. I need my money, man. And then let's go back and backdate so nobody could show me contracts. So as black men, we didn't know nothing but happy or mad. So it fucked with my mental health. And I realized I didn't want to be that. You know what I mean? We could all be that. So I was like, in due time, we'll sit at a table. And
So being as though you learned the production side, have you produced anything? Do you plan on producing? How does that popping off?
The last 10 years, I produced every song I ever made.
Oh shit.
Yes, Lord. So the last 10 years, every song I produced or bought myself.
Oh shit.
So
How
I never.
How do you like that side of the table?
To understand the game now, it just makes you sleep a lot better, knowing people have your best interest in hand. I asked Rico, I was like, hey, put my music out. I need another shot. I'm leaving the group. He's like, you're not from Atlanta. You're the king of Kentucky. Go and be that. Go home, make your own group, make your own producers. You've done everything right. You've got a great name. Best I can do for you is that. So I went home and got my own producer. And now I do sync license with movies, with, now meeting some real cats, some real black kings to explain the name of the game instead of this one guy jerking my chain. And he's like, why are you playing possum for? Having the helmet and left and look at him. Or Jazzy Faye, look at him. Like he was hosing the club before, show love. And that was gangster as fuck and really respected me. But y'all boys are across the beach, whether you want to or not. So take it. This is the thing. So shout out to Rico Wade and the Dungeon family for letting me know reality. And God bring people in your life for a reason.
Facts.
And
have
so,
have you managed or produced any artists, or that's not really what you're thinking about right now?
Been producing all my records. Now I'm starting to work with young artists, guys and then I'm doing panels and teaching them how, because I don't want them to be foolish like I did. So now it's like buying a key. Here, you do this, this, and this comes back this way. And if you're talented enough, okay, you get in the pro, but can you stay? It's basically, how wet is your jump shot? You can't run the ball no more. They're jabbing another cat out of college. Same thing with the music business. It's just over faster. And you won't know who you are if you being somebody else. So it's hard running to an original MC. Everybody's been told they're good. Most people are ball players that's just out of bounds, that don't want to get a real job and face reality that fame is over. So after you get to that part, it's rare to find an artist now. Everybody else has been clothed by a woman looking at their ass backwards in the mirror. Like, you get dressed like your mother, bitch. You know, and they're like, whoa. I'm like, okay, we're doing this shit. And it's not no up or down, they're just doing what they know, peeing with their pants all the way down. You know, so if you've been raised by your mother or grandmother, all you know is to act like
Yeah, like a woman. You're absolutely right about that, brother.
so. Then your bus driver's a woman, and he take you to school, and you get dropped off to some more women. Well, you know it. Goddamn, boy. You feel me?
Real shit.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. You said this generation pretty much acts like what we created. We gave y'all everything. So they act like they're entitled to everything. Do you think that took the hustle out of the artist nowadays?
Fuck yeah. He just want a car. He don't want to write an honest song. He want to tell you about ops and some pistols and some niggas he shot. I said, is that all the fuck you feel? You got all this airspace to say anything you want. And that's how the fuck you feel? Is that it? So I developed this group called Biracial, where their mama's a white girl and their daddy is black. And she got a short hairdo and she get hit on by every coach she plays ball. And shit like that. You know what I mean? And so there's 7 million of them where they black cousins don't think they're hard enough. And their white cousins don't think they're smart enough. And they're trapped in this world. I'm at that age where I'm in the bar sometime and I'm 46, and these mixed girls step to me. And I'd be like, honey, I can't date you. I made you breed. You look like my kid. And, you know, back in the 90s, they wouldn't let us dance together. They cut on the lights here, and we just walk off and fuck. And, you know, that's the breed here, you know. So now I can't date a mixed child because hey, you look like my kid, son, bitch. I made that breed a pit. I'm that. And so now she got to look like Thelma from Good Times or either,
Oh, shit.
Either, goddamn it, Jamie Presley from Ringmaster, Christina Ricci on Moan Black Snake Moan. Some shit like that. For me, I'm just old school. Grew up watching Price is Right, The Youngest Restless, with your grandmother when you get dropped off on the sick day, shit like that. And so that's where it is, man. It's just this generation, they're only doing what they taught. And then we don't bridge the gap. Shit. Music gonna get softer, they're being more in their feelings and killing more when folks don't nobody owe you shit.
Truthfully speaking, I think that's the part that fucks me up the most, that this generation of music, they emotional as shit, but they super gangster at the same time. Like, how the fuck are you both? Like, I don't get that.
That Fortnite make them ruthless until that judge slam that goddamn gavel behind their head. And they got to go in there and smell pheromone and they ain't been in a fist fight yet. And they wind up with hickeys on their neck and right in the home and shit. And it's all different. And most of my friends are cons. So that, I get it firsthand, like watching Texas Justice or some shit, I just think hip hop is a big influence on life. And video games is a big influence on life. I think Fortnite got these kids wanting to steal cars and see, want to do purge and shit, dumb shit. I'd be like, you stupid bastard, why did cross your mind,
They think it's real life GTAs out here.
Yeah, we turned the Nintendo off, and there's a motherfucker there that's eating beans and frying leg quarter. Don't want to hear that bullshit, I like, These new motherfucker, I don't know. Grandmother's on insulin, and she's in the club too now. So hell,
Yeah, yeah.
they dropping kids off at the fire station where I live at, man. And dudes are staying home. They more than they more than caregiver now. And women, they giving niggas $40 on a $40 date. Ain't nothing authentic. So you're a 70s cat, man. You better stay in that damn house if you're married, because out here ain't nothing but thrift store couches. You know what I mean?
Couches, huh?
Yeah, so it's just now shit. Old enough to host a dinner. I've done lost a little bit. I can call the old man by his real name, not Mr. Cliff. Cliff, how the fuck you doing? I done lost a few mortgages. Now, to put a kid through school, now everybody got their damn name. How you doing, Agamemnon? Hi, Patricia, not Miss Patricia. Not, not Miss Linda no more. Is that Linda's old ass over there?
We all
I'm
grown
only got
now,
that
fuck
old.
you
I got
mean?
gray hair in my shit now.
Hey, we
And
all grown now, fuck you mean?
yeah, less time for bullshit. I don't want to hear no con man 20-year-old talk to me about some shit he ain't gonna do. And none of that currency. And I got these numbers and he sounded like a fucking Muslim, and this percentage of this, and this percentage of nigga, if you don't shut that bullshit up, who's buying this shit and why? I'm on that, now. So that's where rap has really gotten with me. If they gonna bump this shit out window and let me get the fuck home, please, and gone with that bullshit.
Definitely feel you. So what's next for Big V? Like
Big V,
where do you go from here?
he's acting. He's still on stage. He does shows, daytime parties, shows, putting out the dopest music. All on me. If you check me out on YouTube or fuck with it, you can shit. It's like Calipari or Bo Ryan or wherever you from. I'm still in the top 25 if we rank in colleges. I'm still, I go to a bowl game every year. And we talk about music and it's, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
This thing, that stands Kentucky, them niggas gonna shoot it. And that's where it's at, man. Just putting out great music. I'm in the cannabis industry, touring legal states with marijuana and flower and all that shit, touring non-legal states with Delta, right next to it, like near beer and all that shit. Um, Giving you the best music you can if you into reality rap. You want that fake shit that's gonna get you locked up. This ain't where you wanna be. Um, this is reality rap again. Real concepts, like I got this gal I've been fucking with. She explained she done dealt with a street boy, had 2 or 3 children with a street boy. Know the feeling when you're living with a street boy. I got this gal I've been fucking with, trying to hide she done dealt with a street boy. So she lied about dealing with a street boy. Broke inside, because she dealt with a street boy. Concepts like that and real
Yeah.
damn testimony. And it ain't that I'm gonna do this for no reason. I'm gonna give you game. It's not Jay-Z. It's not Rick Ross Maybach music. And I love these niggas' music. This ain't no shot. This is pickup truck, working class, hot sauce on gizzards. Uh, you know what I mean? Kentucky basketball, country
Real shit.
folk,
Real
shopping
life.
Walmart, $100 cologne, homo riding, uh, still looking for something thick with them shorts cut. Yoga pants looker. Country nigga. Just want
I
to.
feel you. I feel you. How do you feel about the underground hip hop? How do you feel about underground hip hop? Like you feel like it's getting oversaturated? You feel like it's in a good space? Like how do you feel about the underground?
I think I look at it as pirated. People just want to be heard. Underground hip hop is actually more powerful than mainstream. If you think about territorial, like Memphis play their own, Texas play their own, and it's, Atlanta play their own, New York plays their own, West Coast play their own. And then you got the states in between. And some you'll get great poets. And then there's others, you need to be a fan or you need to work for the news or you need to go for ups or UPS or whatever biggest at UPS is hiring. And they give cats that can't play Madden no reason to play game day. You know, you know how them niggas is. If you don't like LeBron James, you like Westbrook. Mountain Dew ain't Sprite, kind of nigga. You can't fuck with Coke, you fuck with Pepsi. It's an alternative. But I think it's weak and wrapped up. It's everybody got something to say, and there's not an MC bar no more. You remember when you used to have to fight to get on Rap City, BET? There was 3 spots. And if you ain't good enough to get there, then shit, you had to sell dope or work or whatever you were gonna do. Now shit, hell, he's a club promoter. He's somebody. He's got his hands on bitches that he'd have no business hands on. Or she's in the room with niggas she got no business being there because they into that music. And then the real stars most time fucked up from. Because we respect the money now. We don't even respect the poet.
That's real shit.
Nigga, hell, he pay $100 to get in there with you. I don't want no goddamn picture of your music. Shit, was this motherfucker fat? He want the whole you competing for the night. And shit, he still there with you and have more draw than you. And fuck you anyway. What? You know what I mean? That's what it is now, right?
No, that's real shit. I mean, me personally, I feel like it's way too many rappers now. And like you said, a lot of you motherfuckers need to just go get a job and give that shit up. But y'all out here going crazy. Oh, I'm the best rapper alive. I'm better than Jay-Z. Bitch, you ain't nobody. Shut the fuck up.
That shit sounds lame, but he got a Facebook and a Twitter and he can argue. And somebody let him use more money than he needs. And he can argue. Like, damn, that shit ain't entertaining. Don't nobody give a fuck about you telling nobody business. Don't nobody give a fuck about you extorting artists. Or whatever the fuck you doing. What are you doing? Why shit don't sound good? I like music business. What do you know about dude's personal life? I don't give a fuck. Push play. It sound right? That's about all I can do. And support you or not. If I really like you, I come to the show.
I feel you.
No, that's real shit. Like,
that's how I gotta go. That's how I gotta go. Be honest
with most of these niggas, they got a Facebook or Twitter, they somebody.
Well, at least think they are.
Yeah, and he bought his way in. Somebody, then he's a rapper, ball player out of bounds. He, shit, buying jury in the middle of the mall, gotta fly out. Then wasted the real nigga space. And then he's cookie cutter. He said, well, what's cause he's gonna shoot the ops. He got weed over there, more hoes on his dick. And okay, after that, now let me hear the song. What you mean, OG? I don't want to hear a damn lie. I know your mother. I seen your grandmother pray. I don't want to hear that motherfucking bullshit. Get it away from me, please. And I want to hear the real you, Tyrone. Nikushian or whatever the fuck they didn't draw that shit in. Whatever. So it's became cookie cutter, man. Every nigga want
it's beyond cookie cutter. I think that's part of the problem right there.
18 to 25, he don't want to be Nick Cannon or whatever. 25, 6 years, he want to star. By the time most niggas in college or then had their first baby, he's styling. He don't know what he want to be. He raps and switch his hair up. I don't know what the fuck he. Yeah. Just today, I'm just reporting now. I ain't making shit up. I'm just reporting.
That's facts. That's big facts. Big facts.
Yeah. So hell, I don't know. He wants a good car before his music is good.
If you can give these artists nowadays one piece of advice that if they ain't listening to nothing else, this is one thing y'all need to fucking hear. what would that be?
Identity. Know who you are. Because when you do your shows, you hollering gangster, gangster gonna come. If you hollering good people are gonna come. And whatever you put on screen, you're gonna be judged. And then after this is over, you're gonna be left with a funny name if your shit ain't right. Or if your shit is right. Do that. Push it. If you him, do it. Know who you are, identity. You know, don't be what they want you to be. Understand who you are. What do you represent? If you rap weird and fucked up people are gonna come. If you
Real
rap,
fuck shit.
you feel me?
Real shit.
You throwing that shit up, it's gonna be some niggas who throw that shit up. You hollering
They gonna be
peace.
there.
Yeah, if you hollering peace and I wanna be home, but niggas that, you know, draw good people. I want reefer, entertain you, go home with something. If not, I'm fine. I'm an empty nester. You know, I'm fine, I can do that. I want to enjoy your city, give a good vibe. You got a great source. Let's see. Other than that, man, come on now. We want to be sitting down some cancer, breath disease, you know. I don't want to be shot to shit in some bar they're going to repaint and rename. And you know what I mean? Fuck that. Somebody done borrowed money to raise me. Somebody done lied to somebody to raise me. That's what you doing when you take a man's shit. It ain't his life you take their mama, their daddy, that poor grandmother, that son that depends on him. You do know his sister smoked dope. He's taking care of her kid. That's what the fuck you take. So my new song is, please don't nipsy me. It's always somebody close to you that'll fuck you up. So the new hook we working on over at King of the Beats, Top of the South, and the words follows, please don't nipsy me. Tomorrow be better if we both alive. Please don't nipsy me. Mothers sleep better with their sons alive. Ooh, don't nipsy me. You sure as a king when I look in your eyes. Please don't nipsy me. Tomorrow be better if we both survive. And we dropping shit like that still, that reefer music, that mushroom music, that tomorrow music. Working class ain't lost its value.
Man, I can't sit there. I can't wait to sit down and listen to this motherfucker at this point. I ain't even gonna hold you.
The 5 mic mixtape is what you would cut grass from. It's 40 years old. I know what we with. I know what we talking about. So it's that. And now you finally get to meet Vito and not napping roots. I wrote for folks. I wrote out now. I am good day. And a lot of folks don't get to see that. So now we back to set the record straight. I had to leave to raise kids. Now I'm back with an idea of I think what I wanted to be when they put a few artists in my place because I wasn't ready to run. And I wasn't ready to be Kanye. You see, the man said, I gave up a sacrifice. I ain't ready. I wasn't ready. And then I realized it was time to back away. Oh, is that what they're doing? I love Jesus Christ. I want my soul. So let me get it where I'm in control. So you don't have to feed him and have me shot. I'll just walk away and come back and show you my work and you pay me for it. And that's what I am back with, working class and Kentucky. Here we are.
Definitely fucking hear that, man. Shit. You breathing new life into some shit for me right now. I ain't gonna hold you.
And that's where we are, brother. It's just working class. I'm just trying to preserve what our parents wanted and what we let it become. And we working on it. It takes an eruption for a new growth. It's got to be a volcano before there's ever a crust again. So that's what's happening now. And prayers to Takeoff and his family. Prayers to all that going on. Prayer. God's got to fix this.
Facts. Can Can any new artists reach out to you and talk about features and et cetera, et cetera?
New artists, please holler at me. We produce records here. Come to Kentucky. We sit down, figure out where you want to take it. Or we Zoom, it's like we're doing now. And smoke and get that vibe and okay, this is what you want to do. Let's let's figure that out. And we always, figure out what's the best way for us both to win. And no slave shit, no sucker shit. We just good people trying to come up with that vibe. And we got plenty beat makers, good time. So we gonna do what we do to it. And just coming up with reality rap, selling it bag by bag. We serving healing, not meth, not dope, but reefer to have dope thoughts about yourself. Finding your you is what we talking about. Being at peace.
I feel like you and my man Spiller could put something crazy together.
Man, like I said, send it, Big V of Nappy Roots at gmail.com. And we answer back rawly and fast. And it's about placements and syncing for us. Let's get it in films and find the perfect look for your idea. And that's more like what I do now. National Geographic. Let's get close to the wildlife. You know what I mean?
Bring the lions, tigers, and bears together. Fuck you talking about?
Yes, Lord. Black man. Black man. Let's get this, man. And it's just working class. We want to get to the next day and be entertained and be the kings we are. Be the grandsons our grandmothers and grandfathers couldn't read for. We that. We got a chance to. Got a chance to.
I think that's the biggest key right there for a lot of people. Like, if y'all paying attention to what this man is saying, like, y'all really gotta just, it's the keys, it's the jewels that he's given. He gave so many jewels. I've been sitting here like, that's why I haven't been able to say too much. I'm like, yo, he's giving jewels after gems. And like, that's something that y'all gotta pay attention to as Black Kings. Like, when you get that opportunity to sit in front of somebody or just hear a man speak, you really got to listen to him speak so you can like really receive that word, because there was so many different topics that we just talked about in this span of time, where it's like you could see this man's mind and all the things that he's been through as an artist and just growing it up out the mud from nothing. Like, a lot of niggas talk about getting it out the mud, but ain't getting it out the mud. You know what I'm saying? So this is like he's been saying this whole time, that working class music, reality rap, where hip hop, the elements of hip hop started and where it should still be. And thank God to niggas like Nas who's still doing reality rap. You know what I'm saying? So that's a big gem. Being yourself. A lot of artists can't be themselves. They don't even know who they are. You know what I'm saying? Like you were saying before, they ain't got nobody to learn from. So how can you know what I mean? Where are you gonna be a man from? And that's some of the biggest parts. Like, from this conversation, like I said, you've been dropping gems. I'm trying to pick them up with a bag, so salute to you, big time salute to you.
See, the bad part is, out of everything you just said, the bad part is these motherfuckers don't know how to sit back and listen to somebody else. They don't know how to pick up them gems from somebody else because they know everything already. If I know everything, who the fuck gonna teach me something? It's not that they don't got nobody willing to teach them. It's just I know everything already. You can't teach me shit. What you gonna tell me, OG, that I ain't never seen? Nigga, you 20.
It's pride. It's like this masculine pride where it's like you think you know everything as a young buck, and a lot of our young men do it. But it's just the fact that it's like sometimes you just gotta slow down. Like, just slow down. You slow down, you're gonna see your 360 crazy. And it's just like that's you know what I mean? Like, he's been dropping
process. Trust in the process. Evolution. I was there that cold day at that inauguration. Barack Obama. They moved Beyonce aside. They moved Mary J aside. They brought that old sewing machine, Aretha Franklin, to sing the world's song. And they brought out our senator-elect and soon to be president, Barack Obama there, and to help him get his message across Kentucky as a senator and to really meet him and to understand his message and to be into his top 10 songs of all time with Good Day. And to understand that my friends knew I loved MC Ren and 8 Ball and MJG, but they encouraged Outkast and encouraged Tribe Called Quest and encouraged more worldly music. Like V, who wants to be around somebody weird? I like that good side of you. That one that likes Hennessy and reefer, that goes fishing at night and loves his grandkids and his mother's never heard him cuss. I like that guy. So I coined that barbecue music, king of hip hop, country, small town, Walmart shopper. You know, where you can get a t-shirt, a steak, and a pair of shoes if you want them. You know? And that is what I
We about,
coined. Hip
we
hop
about to
is
get ready to wrap this up soon, right? But let me ask you this again, man, because you started from the fucking mud, and now you have songs that will go down forever in history. Like literally, you have 3 songs that no matter what, they will always. I don't care how 90 years from now, people still gonna be listening to All No.
that
People still
jukebox.
listening to Poor Folks. Good Day. People gonna be listening to them songs forever. Like, has that actually sunk in? And if it did, how do you move forward with that notion of knowing that I got songs that will forever live in history?
I think you don't. I think you listen to Fleetwood Mac. I think you listen to the Temptations, and you look at old people, and you go to Waffle House and you see the jukebox, and they play them, and you're just like, wow, I done what I set out to do. God done what he said he would do if I kept his word. And to be an old faithful servant and to see some things I wanted to see along this journey. And to know my life wasn't in vain. And to know my efforts wasn't in vain. And to be able to share it with the next artist. The only thing is stopping you is you. Destiny fulfilled. If it don't ever get any better, God's done already enough. And for me to be on the radio or the internet with you in the next phase of hip hop and where it's at, my music and God and the culture that I set my life for has done enough.
Definitely hear that shit, man. This dude is history, man. Say what the fuck y'all want, man. This dude, Nappy Roots did something that a lot of motherfuckers wish they could do. And a lot of you new artists, if you ain't never listened, you need to go back and listen, because these dudes was what y'all believe y'all are now. Y'all got your style from dudes like him and don't even realize it. That's the crazy part about it.
Smoke ready. But the pioneer will always be forgotten. The second man, the third baby gets it all. And it's all right. Now that being first, there'll be many. And shout out to ESTG, Bryson Tiller for bringing the awards. Jack Harlow, you know, man, Kentucky is on fire. Just Nappy Roots is like the outcast to Atlanta. Now we got ESTG, that's the Jeezy of it. Now we're looking for the yin yangs and all the things that made Atlanta great in their music. We were looking to make Kentucky great. So to be the father of that and the spearhead of Southern hip hop after Outkast got booed and the lines are now gray. And they play the game in New York and they play Plies in New York and they play Hot Nigga down south, you know, when it was, you know, we felt that. So now the lines is blurred and Big Snoop Dogg is doing shows in Kentucky. And, you know, we spit on the ground. We love gin and juice, damn it. will raise hell when they come through it and make a cloud, big as shit, and to be where it's normal to see somebody in Kentucky instead of stopping traffic that Shaquille O'Neal just left for. That sets, Bootsy, he do shows in Kentucky. And to know Nappy Roots made it normal. And for me to still be home, living that hilltop of real dream, Like I said, I couldn't make up a better life and to have it to be a real life. I'm blessed, man. So fucking blessed.
I hear that shit, man. Where can the folks find you at, Big V? Rather it's social medias, music.
Man, I'm everywhere on Facebook, Big V of Nappy Roots, Vito Banger, Big V on Gmail, Top of the South, Hippies Close to You, a 420 Connect, Reapers on Your Boy, Gummy Bear, Mushroom, and anywhere they smoking, you can find a Jackpot Pirate. And a good number. Man, scan your phone, play this shit. Here's the reaper you wanted to reap anyway. You just take the music, listen to shit. Kind of thing. Fuck with it.
Real fucking shit. Spiller, where can they find you at, man?
You already know, Spiller518 on Instagram, Spiller No Games on Facebook, Spiller on all platforms. We just running it up, chilling. I appreciate you big time, Raw, and special thanks once to Big V, for just coming out, vibing with us, letting us hear these great stories, bro. That shit's amazing. And the night's been great, y'all.
Spiller, shout out. Let's link up and do it, man. Let's link up
baby.
And do it.
Yeah, baby. I'm definitely down. You already know. And like I said, it'd be a pleasure to send you something. I got you.
I can't fucking wait to hear that. And again, Big V, appreciate you showing up and dropping these fucking gems. Y'all motherfuckers better listen up and pay attention, man. When a grown man is able to speak and give you actual jewels, you supposed to fucking listen. Somebody that's doing what you think that you're trying to do. You don't get better by thinking that you know everything. You get better by listening to a motherfucker that know. It's just that simple.
Big facts.
Man, may y'all hustle and the holiday season be merry. Smoke when you want to, if not when you can. I'll see y'all.
It goes down.
One.
Yeah. Spiller. Yes. Told you. Not playing. Let's go. Yeah.
Let's go.
Put the money on the table. Wait a little out of fable. A lot of these niggas ungrateful. Came for the mud, no label. Put the money on the table. Wait a little out of fable. A lot of these niggas ungrateful. Came for the mud, no label. We running the numbers academics. I came from the ashes like a phoenix. I'm the only nigga kept it authentic. My bitch be my goddamn lieutenant. Or alone in the gym shooting shots for endurance. Get my own rebound, but stay current. Sound knock him out, be a daily occurrence. Knock like 5 at the door for disturbance. Knock from the sound, be knocking them out. Rhino stampede, I'll be knocking doors down. I'm built for the industry, I'm carving it out. Jigsaw the piece, can't figure shit out. No lane is my lingo. They say takes two to tango. Bankrupt like an egg. Well, we burn it through money, no bueno. Put the money on the table. Wait a little out of fable. A lot of these niggas ungrateful. Came for the mud, no label. Put the money on the table. Wait a little out of fable. A lot of these niggas ungrateful. Came for the mud, no label. I never understood, I don't get it. I'ma follow my dreams, I submit it. Only few niggas gon' get the credit. Like my nigga who be making all the edits. My promoter who ride without question. A few niggas right before the section. There's a lot in the streets with no direction. So yeah, you gotta ride with protection. Stick with the street logic to make profit. Stay away from drama and all the gossip. Love my mama, that's where I get the knowledge. Start telling Yoda when I went to college. Never step foot in the classroom. Drawing this art, no cartoon. I play my part, we pass on. Serving the medicine till the last spoon. Put the money on the table. Wait a little out of fable.